What's going on, y'all? It's Hunter with old Smokey the van, the 85 G20. So I think last time I was talking to y'all, it was about the charging system not working. Well, that was my fault. My belt was loose, so that was on me. So make sure that your belts is tight before you start changing out parts and looking at this, looking at that. Make sure your belt's tight. If your belt's tight, go on from there. But that's not our thing today. Today, I had went through, I tested this little clock. Sadly, it didn't work. I'm gonna get another one to put up in here and wire it in. I've disconnected all the old wiring from this. There was so much jumbled up mess. I swear they probably had about 30 foot of wiring just shoved up in. It was all just jumbled up in here. It was terrible. So got rid of all that. I got the antenna for the radio hooked up. It's up here. I'll show you real quick. So I got this little guy right here. This is for your AM, FM radio, and your CB antenna, of which that's really what this video's on today. I got bored and went on a trip. Well, I didn't get bored and go on a trip, but I went on a trip yesterday, and I was thinking to myself, it sure would be nice if I had that little CB radio working. So, we got it working. I got it hooked up to the main radio right now through this little auxiliary cord, because the speaker on there doesn't work. But that's probably because I don't have a daggone microphone hooked up to it. And then just to show y'all, it don't pick up very many channels, but it does okay on a couple of them. Oh hell, it does pretty bad. Yep. See, so there goes the radio. It's not very strong. There's probably something I could do to go through and make it stronger. But yeah, so we got the little CB radio hooked up. There were people up on here talking earlier. There's some guy talking about some get the hell out my way. I don't know, but basically what I did, I ran this little auxiliary wire from the back into the back, right back on up over here, right there. I got this in here. This came with it from the factory. And then I ran this power wire, all this extra cable, this is for the antenna. So all that's gonna stay. Then I moved all this back up over here. I got some janky little wiring right here for the speakers. But I had this little guy right here, this little fuse ordeal. I had this. See, a lot of this wiring was already here. My bad, y'all. I got bad. I can't focus on nothing. But, so, this is really janky. But in order to get it to work, I took this that was already with the van. I cut it from whatever it was hooked up to up here, because obviously it didn't work. Half the crap in here didn't work, doesn't work. A lot of it works now, which isn't much, really just the radio and the gauges and stuff. But did that. I ran that wire into right up in there to the choke. And then I ran it to this little 10 amp fuse, which I then ran it right up in through here. I ran it right on up in through this weather stripping up here and then in there. And so that way, granted, I gotta have the key on for it to work, but whenever I turn the key on, the radio cuts on. cuts off. And then of course I can use just the knobs and stuff, but that's really all for today, man. Really haven't done nothing else to it. I think a daggone, it's kind of a mess right now, but I went to the junkyard and got some new headlight bezels from the junkyard, and this grill was really the only grill they had out there. I know it ain't the best, but shoot, it was better than what was on it. That old red one, if y'all remember from the last time I showed this thing on here, it's all crunched up and broken and messed, but it definitely looks a lot better now. I got one white wall on there, a spare tire, but yeah, I gotta slowly go through and fix this thing up, man. One thing at a time. One thing at a time, shoot, because none of the lights or nothing like that worked whenever I first got it. It was all blown fuses. Majority of the stuff wrong with this thing has been blown fuses. It hasn't really been anything major at all. It's been blown fuses, jumbled up wires. Pretty simple stuff. Man, I know I'm really inconsistent about these videos. I'm gonna try and do a little bit better, but you know, hey, if you like the video, like, subscribe. Basically just a little old channel on my van, just fixing it up and stuff. There will be another vehicle getting added here soon. I'll go through and show y'all. All right, have a good one and keep vanning.